Hey, what is happening YouTube? It's your boss CB here. So happy to be here with you guys, and we are back with another video on the Hero Showcase series. And today guys, we'll be checking out on the best Necromancer Ophidia. And if you're new to the channel guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and let's get straight to the video. So Ophidia, she is one of the best damaging heroes we have in Art of Conquest. Any single race could benefit from Ophidia. She is good at both events and also for PvP. One of the events she is really good at is Purify. Now she can single-handedly take down huge amount of armies and deal a whole bunch of damage. Ophidia is a Necromancer class hero. Her primary role is continuous damage. She is also really good at sniping down backline heroes and troops, making her one of the best damaging heroes in Art of Conquest. Currently, the only way to acquire Ophidia is through hero chests, and make sure you collect enough soul base and get her as soon as possible. So let's go and check out Ophidia's abilities in depth right now. For the first ability, we got Slither Tongue. Deploy cost is 3 energy for Ophidia. Ophidia sacrifices 15% of her health to summon a snake spirit at the target location to assist in battle, with a 20-second cooldown which does not affect other ability cooldowns. When Ophidia's health is below 30%, her snake spirits are immune to damage. Snake spirits cannot be targeted and will disappear if Ophidia dies. Ophidia's snake spirit damage scales with Ophidia's level. So this is one of the best abilities for Ophidia. This is also an active ability. She can deal a huge amount of damage, and she can snipe a huge amount of heroes and backline troops with this ability. For the next ability, we got Cold Blood, and this is the ability that makes Ophidia deal a huge amount of damage. Ophidia thrives for pain. For every 1% health lost, Ophidia and her snake spirits gain 3% bonus attack speed. This bonus will stop building if Ophidia is below 30% health. So this is like a passive ability which will keep building as the amount of snakes inside the battlefield increases. So let's say you have couple snakes on the battlefield, so the more health she loses, the more attack speed Ophidia and her snake spirits will get. So let's say when she is down to 30% health, she is gonna get a bonus of 210% attack speed for her and also for her snake spirits. Now this will make her do a huge amount of damage towards the end of the battle. Now this is why you need to keep your Ophidia alive as much as possible, and having a maxed out Cold Blood is much more important if you want your Ophidia to deal a huge amount of damage. For the next one, we got a really good debuffing ability, Bewitch. When Ophidia and her snakes attack, there's a 5% chance that they will bewitch the target, reducing its damage by 10% to a maximum of 30%, at the same time increasing the attacker's damage by 5% to a maximum of 50%. When Ophidia dies, her enemies will be released from the bewitch effect. So this ability is really important when it comes to event bosses or massive units guys. Bewitching a target can literally reduce its damage and also increase damage dealt by Ophidia and her snakes to that target. So having at least 1 or 2 points inside Bewitch is gonna be really important. For the next ability, we got Snake Sacrifice, which is the resurrect ability for Ophidia. When Ophidia's health is below 30%, she is healed for 13% of the damage she and her snake spirits deal with their basic attacks. And when Ophidia's health is above 30%, she is immune to all healing spells. Now keep this in mind guys, Ophidia cannot be healed with any sort of healing spells, and if her health drops below 30%, she can heal herself guys. Now if Ophidia is hit by a killing blow, or if she dies for the first time inside the battle, the first snake spirit summoned will sacrifice its life and resurrect Ophidia and heal her for 10% of her health. She can only be resurrected 1 time per battle guys. Now keep this in mind, right when the battle starts, make sure you drop that snake as soon as you can guys. So you want to keep your Ophidia alive, you want to drop that snake, make sure you have at least 1 point inside the snake sacrifice. For the next one, we also got a debuffing ability, Pagan Curse. Ophidia Snake Spirit's curse nearby enemies, increasing the magic damage they take by 4.9%. The strength of the curse is increased by every magical creature or undead unit on Ophedia's side at the start of the battle up to a maximum of 8%. And curses do not stack. Now every single Snake Spirits have an area around them which is going to inflict the Pagan Curse to your opponents. And if you are dropping these snakes on your enemy's backline or the squishy units like mage heroes or range units, these units are gonna get their magic resistance down and the snakes will be doing a huge amount of damage to these units. Now if you're running Lich or Sylph, make sure you have maxed out Pagan Curse because it's gonna reduce the magic resistance down to 45%. So that is literally insane. They will be doing a huge amount of damage, and if you're running humanoids, make sure you have 4 to 5 points inside the Pagan Curse. For the next ability, we got Scarlet Wrath. The basic attacks for Ophidia and her Snake Spirits deal a bonus of 3% damage and also 1% of the target's max health in damage. Ophedia's Bloodthirsty Rage causes her to lose 0.3% of her health for each of her basic attacks. If her health drops below 30%, she will not cause any more damage to herself. Now this ability will literally increase your Ophidia's damage by a whole lot. She is gonna be losing her health for her basic attacks, but still for the Snake Sacrifice she will be getting healed for the damage she done. So she will be staying consistent at 30% health, and also she's gonna get that sweet attack speed for her and also her Snake Spirits. So I am running humanoid, so I'm gonna be going out with maxed out Scarlet Wrath. If you don't have enough points, make sure you have at least 4 to 5 points inside Scarlet Wrath just to make her do that insane amount of damage. For the next one, we got one of the best abilities for Ophidia. We got Cobra Covenant over here, reduces the cooldown of Slither Tongue by 15 seconds and empowers Ophidia to summon Snake Spirits with 50% stronger attack. The basic attack of Snake Spirits deal area damage for the first 3 seconds they are being summoned. So if you want your Ophidia to do that huge amount of damage, make sure you have maxed out Cobra Covenant. So you want to keep on popping those snakes as fast as you can and as faster than your opponent. So make sure you have it maxed out no matter what race you are playing. Now it is time to check out the best gear setup builds for our Ophidia. So now let's check out the best gear setup build for Ophidia in 3, 2, 1, let's go guys. Now check this out. We got the Garuda Scepter, which is a flawless one, and also when wearer casts an active ability, all ability cooldowns are reduced by 1 second. So this is a really good equipment considering we are gonna cast that snake as soon as the battle starts. And for the next equipment, we got the Dragon Set. As of now, for the top tier and the bottom tier, the Dragon Set is the best setup for your Ophidia. We also got the headpiece and the chest piece for the Necromancer Dragon Set, which is giving us an insane amount of stats. And for the tomb, we got the Flawless Nomadic Ledger, which is also giving us a huge amount of stats. And these effects do not stack guys. Whenever wearer casts an active ability, all ability cooldowns are reduced by 1 second. So we got 2 of these here. I just keep it for the stats. Compared to the other scepters we have, the stats on the Flawless Garuda Scepter is literally insane guys. For the trinket, we got the Flawless Bloodborne Vial, which is gonna give us an insane amount of command stats and is gonna give +1 to Cold Blood. And the might and command stats is needed to increase the attack speed for the Cold Blood, and your Ophidia is gonna do a whole bunch of damage. Another trinket I would recommend is a Serpentine Pendant, which is gonna drop in Void Stage 153. Currently, this is the best trinket for Ophidia because it's gonna give +1 to Cobra Covenant. So get this equipment as soon as you can. And if you don't have the Dragon Set, you can always swap in for the Craftable Set, which is gonna give +20% to damage dealt. We also got the Clash of Fates set for Necromancer, which is gonna summon a Skeleton King to assist in battle, which is gonna get 2% damage increase for every ally that dies, which is gonna double for undead units. And this is not the best setup for Ophidia. This is more likely good for Gessul, not for Ophidia, because we want to make Ophidia's damage even more. So the Dragon Set is the best build we have for Ophidia right now. Now let's go and check out the best artifacts for Ophidia right now. For the first artifact, we got Ring of Ragnir, and if you are a free-to-play player, the Ring of Ragnir is the best option for your Ophidia. It also got Magic and Command, which is the most needed stats on Ophidia. And try to get at least 3 stars on the Ring of Ragnir to get that Gravitation Surge to pop out, and literally with the Mage Research, it can melt your enemy units. And at 5 stars, you're gonna get the Dragon King to appear again and pretty much cast all of these abilities once again to do that insane amount of damage. And if you want a detailed review on the Ring of Ragnir artifact, the links are down in the description box below. The second option would be the Sunflare artifact, which is also a really good artifact for your Ophidia, which is gonna give you plus 25 to range, and also you're gonna get critical hit damage plus 30% at 3 stars, and at 4 stars you're gonna get damage to large and massive units by 30%. So literally, if you don't have the Ring of Ragnir, you can always swap in for the Sunflare artifact. Another free-to-play option for your Ophidia will be the Malanac Codex, which is the last option I would choose. If you don't have any of the Ring of Ragnir or the Sunflare artifact, you can always swap in for the Malanac Codex. At 4 stars, you're gonna get plus 30% to magic damage, and also you're gonna get your ability cost reduced and cooldowns reduced by 1 second. Now let's check out the best artifact for your Ophidia. It is not the Ring of Ragnir, it is the Codex Occultus. So even at 1 stars, the attacks inflict target with a noxious curse, dealing poison damage every second for 10 seconds with a maximum of 10 stacks. The attacks of units summoned by the hero also inflicts noxious curse. So pretty much the snakes and Ophidia can deal the noxious curse on your targets and deal extra poison damage to your enemy units. And also the damage scales with the artifact level and the hero attack power. Noxious curse can affect poison immune target but cannot affect overload target. So literally poison immune units can also get affected, and also maximum of 10 stacks for 10 seconds. So literally that would be an insane amount of damage for your Ophidia. And at 2 stars, you're gonna get each stack of noxious curse increase poison damage taken by the target by 6%. So pretty much at 10 stacks, you're gonna get an extra 60% poison damage taken. At 3 stars, you're gonna debuff your enemy units with reducing attack speed. Also at 5 stars, you're gonna get 2% magic damage for the duration of the battle whenever the targets affected by the noxious curse are killed. So pretty much by the end of the battle, your Ophidia's damage will be skyrocketing, and the only downside to this artifact, it is a pay to win artifact. So not a lot of people can afford to get this artifact, but this is still one of the best artifacts you can put on your Ophidia. So why not Ring of Ragnir is the best artifact for Ophidia? So currently, Ophidia is one of the most highest targeted heroes inside PvP. So right at the start of the battle, people try to take care of your Ophidia as soon as possible. The longer she stays alive, the more damage she does. So by the end of the battle, you're pretty much looking at a machine gun. So your opponent will try to tag your Ophidia or drop snakes on top of your Ophidia, try to take her down, because it's gonna take 20 seconds for the Ring of Ragnir to pop. And pretty much if they try to kill your Ophidia or your Ophidia is dead before 20 seconds, the Ring of Ragnir will go to waste. So people try to place Ring of Ragnir on safer heroes like Fenris, or maybe Sage heroes or General heroes. Now let us go and check out the best Prism setup for our Ophidia. So I would not recommend you guys placing a Prism on your Ophidia, for the same reason being she is one of the most highest targeted heroes inside PvP, and if you have the Ring of Ragnir and also a Prism on your Ophidia, you're pretty much giving your opponent a huge advantage and a huge value. But if you insist on keeping a Prism on your Ophidia, maybe for PvP or for events, you can always go with the Hero Slayer, which is gonna literally increase the damage dealt to enemy heroes. And also we have the dexterity on this Prism, which is gonna give more attack speed for our Ophidia. One of the other arrays you can always go with on your Ophidia is the 222 array, which has Pulverized Deadly and Lethality, which is gonna increase your attack, critical hit damage and critical hit chance of your Ophidia. Another array you can use on your Ophidia is Adaptive, which is gonna give attack speed and life steal plus 11%. When health is above 50%, you're gonna get attack and attack speed by 11%, and when health drops below 50%, you're gonna get 11% life steal. So literally, this is a really good array for your Ophidia. For the next array, we got something really good for Ophidia. It is Prudence, beginning at the start of the battle, increase in attack by 1.1% per second. So literally, every second you're gonna increase your attack by 1.1%. This is also really good. Together we got more attack speed with the dexterity. Now it is time to check out the hero placement for your Ophidia, just to keep her alive for a long while inside the battle. So we got our formation over here, and the best placement for your Ophidia will be beneath your front line to the back. So Ophidia got a really long range, so pretty much even if you place her at the back, she can pretty much hit all your opponent's units. Now right now, if you are placing your Ophidia way back, your Ophidia will be prone to getting hit by the snake, because if your opponent has a forward placed Ophidia just like this one, his Ophidia can literally reach your backline row. So maybe you can place your Ophidia all the way down in the center. So the middle row, that is the best placement for your Ophidia, center, or maybe you can clump your Ophidia beneath the troops, so your troops can tank a couple hits from the snakes, and pretty much your Ophidia will be staying alive for a long while. And do not ever place your Ophidia inside your power side. So let's say we got a power side over here. If I try to place my Ophidia on the power side, most probably she will be getting targeted and all your heroes will be targeted by all these troops, and pretty much your power side won't be doing really well. And if you try to spawn snakes on your power side and you got a lot of heroes on that, they are gonna get their magic resistance reduced and pretty much they'll be getting hit. So Ophidia is really good on her own, so try to place him in the middle. So this will give you a really long range of attack and high versatility. So let's say we have our Ophidia down to the center and let's hit the fight button, and you guys can right away see how long the Ophidia's range is, man. It's pretty insane. Let's see, we're gonna hit the snakes and pretty much we can reach every single line. And you guys can see the range of these snakes or whatever the spell is, Slither Tongue. So this circle is the range of the Pagan Curse. So if I try to place a snake over here, that means all of those units are gonna be getting hit by the Pagan Curse. So right now we're gonna drop a snake over there, and pretty much that circle is the Pagan Curse, and that is gonna deal a huge amount of damage. So let us say we have our Ophidia down to the power side or either to the left or to the right side. So we're gonna hit the fight button and check out what happens, guys. So right now we have Ophidia to the right side, and if we are gonna cast the snake right at the start of the battle, pretty much we are losing out on a lot of units over here. So we don't have any versatility or movement for our Ophidia. So pretty much you are down to place your snakes only here. So if your opponent has clumped up heroes over here, pretty much that heroes is gonna do a huge amount of damage. So that's why you wanna keep your Ophidia centrally placed. Now it is time for the hero ratings, and Ophidia being one of the best damaging heroes, ranged, highly versatile, resurrectable, debuffing hero, she is gonna get a solid 9.3 stars out of 10. So try to unlock Ophidia as soon as you can. She is super valuable and needed in every single PvP formation. Now it is time to check out a couple of my best gear setup build for Ophidia. For the first one, we got the best PvP build for Ophidia. Check this out, guys. We got the Slaver's Maul to get the attack ability for your enemy heroes and troops. We also got the Dragon Necromancer set, giving us that sweet plus 40% to damage dealt. Also, we got the Nomadic Ledger, giving us that insane ability cooldowns. Also, we got the Bloodborne Vial. You can always swap in for the Serpentine Pendant, which will give +1 to Cobra Covenant. So that is the best trinket for Ophidia. Also, we got the Codex Occultus for our Ophidia. For the next build, we got the craftable set build. If you don't have the dragon set, you can always switch in for the craftable set build. Now let us go and check out a couple of our ability spec builds for Ophidia. Coming to the first one, we got a humanoid build. If you are running humanoids or any other race than Lich or Sylph, this is a really good ability spec build. Coming to the first one, we got Cobra Covenant on 5x5. So any single race you are playing, Cobra Covenant should be maxed out no matter what. So we got 9x9 on Scarlet Wrath, we got 9x9 on Coldblood. Then rest of the points you can literally play with. Only put 1 point in Snake Sacrifice, and we got 1 point in Pagan Curse. We also got 4 points in Bewitch. So coming to the next build, this is really good for Sylph or Undead players. So we got maxed out Coldblood. We also got 3x9 on Bewitch, 1x9 on Snake Sacrifice, maxed out Pagan Curse. We also got 3x9 on Scarlet Wrath and maxed out Cobra Covenant. And we are finally done with the Ophidia Showcase. So if you haven't already, make sure you check out rest of the Hero Showcase series playlist down in the description box below. And that is pretty much it for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure you leave a like on this video and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out, guys, and have a nice awesome day.